Hello everybody, so we're going to do another video today. First I want to say my new house, Dungeon Simulator V2 has released. If you want to check it out, you can visit my name, /visit AL3X Warrior in the housing lobby. The next couple of videos will probably be related to this house, whether it's tutorials on how to do things from this house, or just in general about this house. But in today's video, I'll be showing you how you can make a checker tool, and what that is I'll show you right here. Basically, if you hold this item in your hand, and you can read the description, hold the item in your hand, and run the command /check player to see their stats. Then you can do /check and then a player online. So Buster Brown is online, so I'll do /check Buster Brown 1218, and it'll tell me stats about the user. So it tells me their player ID, their gold, their level, and their XP, and then the XP you needed. And if you see on the scoreboard, this is not mine. This is not my stats. This is his stats. And we can double check that too by going over here to the leaderboards, and you can see his top gold is 52,637, and if we look here, 52,637. So yeah, we're just going to get a tutorial on how you can make this in your own house. Okay, so this is super simple. I'm in a tutorial house right now. Basically, as you can see on the scoreboard, I have a couple stats, gold, level, and kills. And in order to make this, first we're going to just go to creative and grab an item. A lot of houses use the name tag, but of course you don't have to use that. And then we're going to use the item editor. Go to rename item, and we'll just call this whatever you want. I'll just call this checker tool. And then for the lore, to just give it a little description, do /check player to tell the player that that's how they are supposed to do it. Alright, so in order to create a new function, go to house settings, functions, create a new function, and call this checker tool. Okay, so now we can go to housing menu, house settings, and commands, and add our /check command. Make sure that the toggle mode toggle command mode is set to targeted, so you have to apply, like, say, a player. And then from here, now we can go to add action, and we're going to set their stats to a global stat. Basically, player stats can only be seen by the player themselves, but global stats can be seen by everyone. So if we set a global stat to a player stat, then we can use that anywhere. So we're going to change player stat, we're going to call this stat, and we can call this whatever we want, but to keep organized, I'm just going to call this checker, and then followed by the stat, so gold. And then we're going to set that to the player's gold, which is, stat.player/gold, end off the parentheses. And then we're going to do this for all the stats, so level and kills, which is what we have. So same thing, we're just going to call it checker level. Set that to stat.player/level. So we have that. Now we can go back, and then we can do the last one, which we're going to call checker kills. And we're just going to set that to stat.player/kills. Okay, so now we have all the stats getting set to a global stat. And now what we can do here is add the action trigger function checker tool for all players. So again, what's happening here is we trigger the this check command for the player we target, and then that player will set their stats to a global stat, and then we'll trigger a function to everyone, make sure it's on everyone, and then I'll tell you what that will do now. So now what we do is inside the checker tool, we test if the player is holding the item, the checker tool. Now, this allows us to display the stat to the player who asked it, as they will be holding the checker tool, but it won't do it for anyone else because they're probably just playing the game normally. They don't want to see those stats. But now that we test if they're holding the item, then we can say, just give a little title, this player's stats are, and then we'll just put another, and then now we can use the global stats. So we'll say gold, and then stat.global/checker gold, and then we'll add another stat. Instead of gold, we'll do level, and then we'll place the beginning just to keep it looking relatively good. And then finally, we'll do kills. And again, you can use any stat. It doesn't have to be these. But yeah. And then now we can do whatever we want here. And again, this will happen for the player who did the command, so maybe we can have it do just a little sound effect, because why not? But now we can do /check, and because I'm the only person in this house, I can just do my own name, AL3X Warrior. And there we go. So it plays the sound, and it tells me the player's stats. Now, it's hard to, obviously, So obviously I do not have any stats. So I'm just going to quickly edit my stats. I'm also, I'll keep this in the video. If you don't know how to edit your own stats or a player stats, I figured out to show this. I've seen a lot of people just use buttons or action pads to do it, but you can do it through commands. So /edit stat. You can do global stats too, but what I'm showing is stat or player stats. Edit stat, and then if you it'll tell you like the usage. So we'll do my name, the stat, so gold, set, and then we'll just do like a random number. And then we'll increase our level by that. Oops. I realized what I did wrong. Level increase that. And then the final thing we can do in these commands is decrease, so we'll show that too. Okay, so now you can see on the scoreboard we have different stats than what we had before. And if we do the, and as an example, we're going to do the check command without holding the item, nothing will happen. But if we hold the item, then you can see there are updated stats. Yeah, that's a quick tutorial on how you can make the checker tool in your own house. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Join the Discord if you have any questions. I also have free resources such as mods and things that you can find there. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed.